What's up, guys? I got the keys here. Today, I want to talk about the 3D and how a lot of times we take the 3D to be the real world, right? We take it to be something um, that everything is real that's happening to us, and that all the things happening to us are literally happening to us, right? Not for us. Um, so a lot of the times we get stuck in like these patterns of not recognizing the signs and the synchronicities and the things that are happening for us, right? The things that we manifest. A lot of the times we have to lose something, or we have to, um, energetically change and alchemize those things and transmutate those feelings and those emotions, right? The thoughts, the constant cycle loops that we have, where we get stuck in these things, we're not recognizing the pattern that we're creating. Um, so you have to realize that the 3D world is not the real world, right? The real world, everything is possible, everything is limitless, and you have full potential to be whatever you want to be in that moment. The real world is your subconscious, where everything exists in some form, shape, way, um, and basically it's like seeing it from God's view, right? Everything that you want is already here. I know I've said this before, again and again, but I'm going to keep repeating it until you get it. Okay, everything exists now, right now. The house you want, the car you want, the partner you want, the money you want, right? It all exists now. It's a matter of matching that frequency, matching that vibration, matching that person. So feeling what it's like to be that person. And you already are it, right? And the thing is the 3D is only reflecting what we're trying to manifest, right? So if you have like subconscious beliefs of, certain things, that's going to manifest. So if you're not reprogramming your subconscious mind along with your conscious mind, you're not going to manifest the things you actually want to manifest, right? And it's also about being detailed in what you want. Like like you can't just say you want money, right? It has to be like how much money, like, and um, what are you going to use that money for? You know what I mean? So intention. What's the intention for it? Also being grateful for those things already before you already have them, right? Because you do already have them in the ether, right? The things that are surrounding you, your aura, you're literally pulling them in like a magnet, okay? So it's just a matter of tapping into those things. They're all here now. And guys, I am not like physically rich by any means. I'm not, I don't get every manifestation that I'm trying to get all the time. Um, but I'm still working on myself too as I'm making these videos. So this is me being authentic with you guys, okay? I'm not, uh, perfect in any way other than how God sees me, right? I'm perfect in God's eyes, and that's all that matters to me. Um, but by me helping you, again, I'm helping myself. So by seeing that the 5D, or your 5D consciousness, right? It's not a matter of like the actual world being 5D, right? You're still in a 3D world, no matter how you want to see it. Um, I mean, it's like it's being in the higher mind, right? Your higher mind, not your lower mind of victimhood and survival and ego, right? You can use your ego as a tool, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm using my ego to speak truth to you guys, right? Well, the ego is expressing the truth that's inside, right? So I'm not speaking to you from my ego, but I'm using the ego to incorporate the spirit inside. Okay? So, by tapping into the 5D mind where everything exists, everything is possible, you have no limits, and that's where you are God, right? Your higher self, which is part of the oversoul, which goes up to the, higher and higher. There's 15 dimensions, guys. 15 dimensions of yourself. And we are all that same source. Okay? So, tapping into the 5D mind And now you can see that everything is here with you now. And if you can feel into whatever it is that you desire that is already here with you right now, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and just picture it in your mind. Open your heart, picture it in your mind, pull it into yourself, and realize that you already are it. And what does it feel like to be that person? What does it look like to be that person? You know, how would you move if you started to be that person? Right? Um, it's literally that's all it is. And I know that sounds like super simple, but it's obviously easier said than done, right? Um, and it's really about removing the blockages and the things in your life that aren't serving you anymore. So for me, like I've been sober for the past almost 2 months now. Which like not that I don't think plant medicines are necessarily a problem, but everything comes with every high comes with a low, right? So it's like um, even though you got high and you had fun and stuff, you're still going to feel a low later, right? And so for me, that was learning that, like even for me, marijuana was really causing like a blockage for me because it kept me in a state of I don't care about anything, which it can be good sometimes, but too much of that is blocking you from sitting and feeling and sitting with your emotions. And again, not that weed is bad, not that plant medicines are bad, but using them consciously is how I encourage you to do them if you're going to do them. um, but again, I don't enforce anybody to do drugs in any sort of the way. um, but that being said, being in the 5D mind and seeing that all is possible, and instead of looking at your 3D physical reality and how things are going, because I know that like we get these things that throw us off course and we think, oh, like, why is God doing this to me? And this, that, and the other thing. But you have to realize that you attracted it somehow. And I know that can be triggering. Um, Somehow you attracted that. You either thought about it and had the intention of feeling what it would be like to have that happen to you, or like, and I noticed this back, even looking back on my past, like I can look at things and realize how I attracted them now, right? Um, and even consciously living now, I see it. How I attract things, like because for instance, I used to think about my car. It would like, what if it broke down or this, that, and the other thing? Guess what? Like a year later, the car blows up, right? And I mean, it's just one physical example, but there's so many ways that we do this unconsciously, not thinking about what we're really putting our intention into. And I think that's the important part is realizing who you are in every now moment, and that in every now moment you can choose to be somebody else. Um, so that I am state, not this I, not this I, not the conscious I, but the subconscious I, the one that speaks in your mind, right? In the silence, the one that you listen to, and when you're quiet and still, and you can hear that little voice encouraging you to do this or do that, or listen to that voice. Um, that is your higher self, right? Not the one that discourages you, not the one that tells you you can't do it. That's the ego, okay? There's two voices, and there's a lower self and a higher self. So you choose which one you're going to listen to at any now moment. Um, and I know that can be hard to discern sometimes, but you will get better with it as you go. I'm still learning myself, right? Um, Guys, it's like the more that you can really tap into your higher self and realize that everything that you want has already happened. You know what I mean? We have already died, and you've already been through your entire life in multiple different ways. That means you've had a version of yourself where you were poor, homeless, this, that, and the other thing. Whatever. You've had a version of yourself where you're rich, abundant, have the mansion, the cars, the women, the men, whatever whatever you're into. And it's just a matter of tapping into that version of yourself, because you have to realize that time is not real. Time is, I don't even like to say illusion, but it's an illusion, right? It's not linear like the way we think it is. It does not move by hours. It does not move by minutes. Time is now. It's all now. Think about it. Every now moment is time, right? And by being in the now moment is when you're creating right now. When are you not in the now? Think about that. You can't, because it's unconceivable by a human mind, right? So, but all you have to do is say, I want to be in the now moment. And now you're in that now moment. You're now perceiving right now, listening, and paying attention, right? Paying attention. You're paying attention. That is your currency, attention. Where your attention goes, the energy flows, right? You're going to hear this. A lot of people are going to say this to you throughout your journey. I guarantee it. Time is currency. Currency, it's the waves. The waves are moving, right? You're going through waves of emotions, waves of energy, right? So you're flowing through frequencies and using your attention as your currency. Also, your energy is also a currency, right? So the more sexual energy you save up is your creative energy. So the more sexual energy you save up, you create with that also, right? You're building up more power within yourself. And again, I'm not saying you can't have sex. I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do. That's up to you. It's your life. However, just be mindful. You can also learn how to send this energy up the spine and use it correctly, which I've been working on myself, so that you're not depleting your energy every time you do this. So I wanted to kind of point out to you guys how fake this world is. This is literally like a video game, right? Think about it like GTA, right? You create your character in every now moment, right? You're creating your role-playing person. So this person is not who I am. It's just who I'm creating myself to be in this now moment, right? Who I am is the spirit behind the body, right? And also the soul. The soul is basically everything that, okay, let me put it this way. Your body is in the soul. Your soul is not in the body. Does that make sense? Okay? So, everything is a spiral, which is what your spirit is, a spiral. So you're spiraling, you can either downward spiral or upward spiral. It's your choice, right? So this is the thing, is God's not going to judge you on what you choose, but just know that everything you do has a consequence. So if you choose a lower timeline or something low vibrational that you choose to do on your journey, it could perpetually throw you into a downward spiral of more lower vibrations. So pay attention when you do these things. Pay attention when your ego gets in the way, and just learn that you don't need to down yourself. You don't need to judge yourself. Just say, hey, I made a little bit of mistake. I'm going to move forward and try to do better in the next moment. Right. And that's all that matters. All we're doing is trying to evolve in every now moment. Experience life. That's okay. Everything that you want to do it. Just be mindful. That's it. And just try to be your highest self in every now moment. Okay, guys? So remember that whatever you're thinking, feeling, and doing is creating your reality. Okay? So move with your higher self. Right? Whatever your higher self wants you to do, just trust in that. Trust in that whatever the higher self is leading you into is going to create a better life for you. Okay? Because they've already seen your life unfold. So they can tell you what to avoid and what to, what to do, right? It's like that, seeing it that your higher self has already completed your life. Okay? It knows where you're going. And this is why we get like deja vu, right? It's because you've already been there. Everything has already happened. And like I said, I know that can be hard to conceive with the human mind, but everything has happened already. There's nothing new under the sun, guys. Nothing. Okay? So whatever information resonates with you, take it. Okay? Whatever doesn't, leave it. That's not my problem, okay? I'm just here to help whoever and however I can, right? So with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Finish off your weekend strong. Have a great night. And realize that spirit is always with you. Okay? God is inside of you and outside of you. God is everywhere and everything and also nothing. Okay? So with that being said, love you guys and peace.